Test, test, 1, 2. How's the audio? Good? Is my mic okay? Enthusiasm. Maintain enthusiasm at all times. I'm not certain that anybody that comes right out of school goes and lands their dream job. A lot of times I'll get questions from an intern or something like that. Well, do I just take any job? Do I just get in the business? Do I just start working? Well, I think the answer is yes. You're gonna get out of a job what you put in a job. And the exercise of showing up, going in somewhere, trying to make something happen is, I think, invaluable in the long run. A lot of times students they graduate and they're like, oh yeah, I want to be senior art director. I am an incredible designer. And at the end of the day, the rest of the world doesn't really care. What the important part is that you as a graduate come out and are patient and work your way up the ladder and work your way up by not offending people and not walking around as Mr. Terrific or Mrs. Terrific, but as, hey, what can I learn from you? What can we do together? How can I help? When you have the mentality of wanting to be part of a solution and wanting to be part of a team, you're never gonna fail. You're gonna be constantly successful because you're gonna be surrounded by people that you enjoy doing work with. Now, the degree of that work, I think, is gonna be stepped up a couple notches just because we're all better at a team than we are by ourselves, sitting in an incandescent environment trying to come up with a great idea. The perfect portfolio. The perfect portfolio is kind of like the perfect storm. It's the intersection of three things. It's the intersection of the ability to think, the intersection of technology, and the intersection of innovation and thinking a little bit more forward than what's going on today. Perfect portfolio is going to probably have some print pieces, it's going to have some photography in it, and nowadays coming out of school, I expect to see some video pieces. I expect to see some writing examples, some blogs, some things that are talking about understanding what it is we do every day, but in a creative, intriguing, thought-provoking way. A lot of times we get resumes, right? We open up a job and we have probably gotten over 200 applicants. And out of the 200 applicants, the callback number is less than 10. Every time you put yourself out there, you need to put your best foot forward. Somebody will apply online, not include demo material in a business that is all demo material, or they won't have a contact information on their resume, or they have a broken link in one of their Vimeo links or something like that. Every time that you step up to the plate, you need to step up to the plate like you want to win. You got to step up to the plate like you've got your act completely buttoned up. Maybe the work isn't great, but the presentation is fantastic. Maybe the work isn't exactly what we're looking for, but there's that potential that you can take it on because you have that, you exude that desire and professionalism and passion for what it is that you do every day. There are so many cross disciplines within this business in order to be able to articulate your ideas that you got to know a little bit about a lot of things. And graduates today are expected to know everything when it comes to being able to execute digital marketing campaigns, being able to mock up ideas, being able to pick up a camera and run and gun and go pick up some kind of creative content or something that's got to go on to some digital or social channel that is going to be used in an advertising campaign. You soak up and you take advantage of being at college, and you learn the programs, you learn whatever you can, and if they're not teaching it in classes, you go out and you figure out how to learn all the stuff yourself. Constantly picking up the technologies that are out there and being able to utilize them is super valuable. Always look outside for things that motivate you creatively so that you always have something to draw on, right? The one thing that's never going to be obsolete is the ability to think and the ability to problem solve. Advertising is not a destination. It's it's this strange journey where you're gonna have great days and then you're gonna have really terrible days. And the terrible days are the ones that you gotta keep an eye on, because those are the ones that you're gonna work your hardest to get through, that are gonna make you come out the other side, that are gonna be absolutely fantastic. You know, you're doing this to relate and associate and get people to act on brands and to act on products and to act on services. And that comes with the ability to be able to understand human beings and have relationships and take what you learn from that, take what you experience from that, and take that and turn that into creative ideas that get people to take some kind of action. I think that comes with experience. I think that comes with being around the right people. I think that comes from working really hard to bring outside experiences to your work every day. Make real stuff that real people can actually give a shit about. And every day, there's an opportunity to prove yourself. And always, no matter how long you've been doing this, no matter how cool you are, no matter how many things you've directed, no matter how many awards are on your shelf, never expect anybody to do anything that you're not willing to do yourself.